What's up, Pop Talkers? In today's Pop Stop, we're continuing our discussion on making tough calls. In part one, we discovered that tough calls require 3 demands from fathers. We covered the first demand, which is the demand of risk taking. If you haven't seen that tough calls part 1 video, we'll include it in the link below in the description. Also, fathers, if you want to see more fatherhood videos that sharpen, that salute, and encourage you to show up for who matters most, be sure to click the subscribe button down below and turn on the post notifications so you never miss an upload. Enough of all that. Let's get into the video. Did you ever wonder where Legos come from? A box, a toy store, a factory? Yes, but where did they come from first? Who invented them? What was that person's story? How did they do it? When you learn about the Lego story, you'll be surprised. Like many great inventions, the story is not just one of a great idea, but a ton of hard work, a ton of perseverance, and a ton of grit. The story starts in the country of Denmark. Ole Christensen was the carpenter who was struggling with his business. Then his wife and mother of his 4 boys died. This was very hard on everyone. He was looking for new ways to make money and to make his kids happy, so he started making wood toys. I'm talking quality wood toys. His 4 sons helped him with the business. Word began to spread and big orders started coming in. But then his toys did not sell very fast, and so he decided his toys needed a new name. He chose the name, you guessed it, Lego, which in Danish means play well. Then a few years later, his workshops burnt to the ground. Everything was destroyed. Ole almost gave up, but he decided it was more important to support his employees and his children. Not long after, he started to make a few plastic toys. And then he got the idea to create a system of toys that would build kids' imaginations and their creativity. Soon sales start pouring in. Then they figured out how to connect the pieces. They decided to stop making wood toys and focus only on the connected plastic toys. Then they started to build more and more in different kinds and different models, and the rest is history. Now, thanks to the persistence of Ole and his sons, kids around the world enjoy Lego toys, Lego movies, amusement parks, clothing, and much, much more. But none of this would exist if Ole and his sons had given up when times got hard. This brings us to the second demand of making tough calls. Tough calls demand grit. My basic training drill sergeant from my army days called it hua, which is the Rambo way of saying intestinal fortitude. Fathers, listen. How gritty are you? Are you easily discouraged by the possibility of a setback? Do you give up easily? Ole, he made a tough call, and tough calls bring with it an inward battle. And it's going to take courage and grit to face that battle. Pastor and author Chuck Swindoll, he said this. He said, courage is not limited to the battlefield or the Indianapolis 500 or bravely catching a thief in your house. The real tests of courage are much quieter. They are inner tests, like remaining faithful when nobody's looking, like enduring pain when the room is empty, like standing alone when you're misunderstood. Man, listen, we're talking about grit. We're talking about guts. We're talking about quiet strength. Since most tough calls result in some outward battle or bumping heads with someone, a father must win the first victory on the inside. You gotta bump heads with yourself first, bruh. That's the real battle. That's where the real fight is. And it's the fight of your life. And it requires true grit. John Wayne style, right? Author Angela Duckworth defines grit as a combination of passion and perseverance for a singularly important goal. It's the hallmark of high achievers in every domain, including fatherhood. Duckworth also found scientific evidence that grit can grow over time. So Dad, if you're one of those fathers that give up easily, be encouraged, because this battle of grit is a battle that you are hardwired for. Oftentimes we're tempted to flake out. Listen, don't be a flaky father. I'm challenging you for one father to another, get some grit, and make the tough call. Grace and peace. Again, fathers, if you want to see more fatherhood videos that sharpen, salute, and encourage you to show up for who matters most in your life, be sure to click that subscribe button down below and turn on your post notifications so you can keep up. I know you got a million, about 11 channels that you subscribe to, but click that post notification, click that bell, and then you can keep up with the latest and greatest over there at Pop Talk. Again, this is your boy Chauncey, encouraging you to show up for who matters most in your life. Till next time, peace.
You just don't care. Nah, you just don't care. You just don't still celebrate.